guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing question and answer video. So yeah, finally doing this. It's been a really long time since I've done a question and answer video. I think it was August or September, so I'll try doing a little bit more in the coming months, I guess. You know, it's usually when I have free time I try to do this, and I'm off January, and I'm going to school soon again. So I did want to do this before I went back, and I've got a lot of questions. Some questions I've actually been asked before, but I will answer again, and a lot of new questions. And I did, again, get a lot of questions, so I'm going to go to the half-an-hour point and try to answer as many questions as possible, but once we do get to that half-an-hour point, that is where I'm going to stop, so hopefully I can answer everyone's questions, and it's all in a random order. And two from Twitter, actually, also. We're starting with a Twitter question. Again, I just want to get all our questions answered, so I'm going to just start now. So the Twitter question's from @Bloodwolf Knight, Wesley S., and he asks, who do you think would win in a fight between Angel from Buffy and Goliath from Gargoyles? You know, I'm a bigger Angel fan than I am a Gargoyles fan, so, but who would win a fight is a whole different question. I would say Goliath would probably win against Angel. You know, I love Angel, you know, I'm a big Angel fan, but I feel Goliath is the stronger one in that situation, so I'm going to go Goliath on that. Alright, next question is from Lamar Daggerwolf, and they ask, did you drop Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? This is a yes and no question. Yeah, I did stop reviewing the show. It was just really hard to watch the show, have the live show right after, and for a show I didn't love, it wasn't worth it. So I did stop reviewing it because it was on Tuesdays, and haven't even gotten a chance to watch a lot of Tuesday shows because of the live shows. So a lot of them I'm going to be binging, even ones that I really do want to watch. With Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I did stop watching it for about 2 episodes. It was the Coulson episodes I stopped watching. And then the last episode I did actually watch with Sky, and I did enjoy it. It's still not, again, my favorite show in the world, but it's something I will watch maybe every once in a while and binge and catch up on. I feel that's where Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is right now at this moment, but I don't see myself reviewing it, especially this year, anytime soon. Again, maybe I'll do like a recap season 1 on Comic Frontline, because it will end once we have Comic Frontline, so that's where I see myself reviewing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Alright, next question is from Solid Maniac, and they ask, it's a couple of questions like combined, so the first 2 questions are combined. If you had to create a story arc for Spider-Man, what would it be about? Have you read all the Spider-Man comics? Alright, so that's kind of not combined. First question is, so yeah, what story arc would I create for Spider-Man? I think I would love to create an interesting Spider-Girl going to the 616 universe for a little while, but then going back to her own universe. Something that we have seen in the Spider-Girl comics before, but I would like to see her like mix into the modern times. And of course, just Mary Jane and Spider-Man getting back together. That's a story arc that I love to work on. But yeah, there's a lot of Spider-Man stories in my mind that I would love to see. So maybe one day we will. Next question is, have you read all the Spider-Man comics? Not at all. I've not read all Spider-Man comics. I think I started collecting Spider-Man around like issue 500 and something, so I have a lot of the issues from the later 2000s. So I do have up to like 500, actually probably before that. No, I would say around issue 500s. And then I have like every issue after that. And then I have older comics also, Spider-Man 2. And maybe one day I'll do a comic book collection video, which hint hint, I'm planning on doing, once I get to 4,000 subscribers. So if you haven't watched this video, I probably won't announce that anywhere else. So, yeah, I'm trying to do that. I'm probably going to tape that now, save it until 4,000 subscribers. So you'll see how many Spider-Man comics I do have. I do have a lot, though. And next question from him, and again, the limit was 3 questions. What's your favorite food? Buffalo wings. I love them. I love spicy food, and I love chicken also. So buffalo wings was the easy answer for that. But yeah, I love going to places with buffalo wings. But alright, next question. We have Google documents. Alright, this is the next question from 1984 Terminator. Would you like to see the Suicide Squad on Arrow? This is another yes and no question, because we did see the Suicide Squad in Smallville They were okay. It wasn't really that impressive that we got to see the Suicide Squad, and it was like, it's whatever. I've seen better from Smallville, so that was okay. In Arrow, maybe they could do a better job. They've been doing a great job with the League of Assassins, building up that mystery. So yeah, that's the yes and no questions. It's been done before, wasn't so great. Could it be done with Arrow? Maybe. And then you have to see Amanda Waller. Will it be Harley Quinn? Which direction will they go in? But it seems like they do a lot of pre-New 2 stuff. Alright, next questions is from Reza Shinan. And the first question, they're all like, do you read these titles? And I don't read any of these titles, so I'll just read all the titles that I don't read that he asks. Do you read Fatale or other Burbick Phillips works? No, I don't. Scarlet, which I have heard of, I didn't pick it up. And then Carbon Gray. I don't read any of those titles, but to know which titles I am currently reading, just go check out Comic Uno episode, or really just check out my in-depth reviews. But with my in-depth reviews, I do have certain comics I just do exclusive for Comic Uno episode, especially the indie titles. So if you want to know my pull list, just watch every episode of Comic Uno episode, and you'll get a gist of like what my pull list is, because I really do review every comic I get during the week. So that's like my thing to see what I do read. And then previous books, of course, you could just ask me, and you can ask current books also. Alright, SAS Mission has a couple of questions. What's your favorite comic book related video game and character play as in the video game? I don't play as many video games as I used to. I used to be a big gamer, like sophomore year of my high school, maybe freshman year, and then I just kind of stopped. Once I got into comic books and television, I've always been into, but once I got more into comic books and doing like these videos, I just really haven't had time to play video games that much. But I guess I would just go with Arkham Asylum, because that's like one of the last games I actually finished. Again, I'll play Resident Evil, Call of Duty, and all that, but I just really don't have a lot of time to play video games. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Batman from Arkham Asylum, because it's like one of the last superhero video games I played. Alright, next question from SAS Mission is, what's your favorite old or new TV show you saw for the first time this year? I've actually watched a lot of shows this year, either that were released this year or just binged. And released this year, sort of like Tomorrow People. I'm trying to think of other ones I saw this year that were new. Tomorrow People, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I feel like Arrow feels like a new show already, even though it had season 1. I feel if season 2 feels like a new show to me. But yeah, one I binged that I really enjoyed. I also watched Once Upon a Time recently, but I gotta go with Being Human. I did watch that this year, and I've been really loving it and loving season 4. So I'm gonna go with Being Human. So that's my answer for that. Next question for SAS Mission is, what's something you're into TV movies that is not a series that originated as a comic? A lot of things. Even though I love comic books, I love TV and movies too. So there's a lot of things that aren't about comic books, but I do love in TV and movies. As you can tell, I do like a lot of supernatural things, but and a lot of the things like franchises become comic books after. But movies, you know, I love just thinking about recently. I saw a lot of the Oscar movies that are nominated, so I love doing that. I love that time of year, and I do like seeing movies. So like the next couple of movies I will be seeing is Vampire Academy and Lego Movie for February. Maybe, I don't know, depending on if my family wants to see this, but I might be seeing Son of Man. So I might see that. That'll be like a rare one if I see that. But yeah, like I see a lot of movies that are about comic books, and I try to review it. If I see it the weekend of, I try to review on my channel. And then TV shows also, like I like Community, I like Big Bang Theory. But then I like a lot of things that didn't start as comic books and became franchises, like The Vampire Diaries or whatever, you know. But I do like a lot of things that aren't comic books also. But of course I do love the supernatural genre. So that's my answer to that. Alright, Alex Wolf is next with his question. As you guys know, I'm a big Disney fan, so this question is Disney related. My question is, what are your thoughts on, and also if you haven't checked the Disney topic video on Dark Avenger Inc., I did that. I talked all about Disney with Mike and Kevin, so definitely go check that out. Alright, so my question is, what are your thoughts on The Princess and the Frog, and what is your rating from 1 to 5? The movie was a disappointment in my opinion. Honest truth, I didn't watch all of it. We watched it when I went to the Disney Fantasy. Also, you could go check out that vlog if you want to. Search it, or if you guys want the link, I'll put it in the comments below. Just say if you want the link. And Yeah, I did not end up watching the whole thing. My mom and brother did watch the whole thing, and they said they really liked it. I got up to the part where she turns into the frog, but I really liked the music in it, and I liked the classic feel. I thought it was better than I expected. I just was really tired that day, so I didn't end up finishing it, which I do want to finish it. But yeah, I thought it was a good movie. I expected less from it, because I remember around that time, I was like, oh, I don't want to watch cartoon movies, but really, animation have some great movies. I miss How I Trained Your Dragon because of that too, and WALL-E, so those are two movies I need to catch up on. But Princess and the Frog, it's a kind of one-time Disney movie, I would say. Like, watch it once, you've watched it, listen to the music a couple of times, because the music is good. So, I didn't finish it, so I can't rate it, but what I saw, I would give it probably a 4. Because again, the music was very good, and I like the story overall. Alright, here's a question of like A, B, and C. So I got multiple choice from Kiss Me, and it's like me as like a we thing, so I thought that was cool. Okay, number 1, if you were to get your superpowers, how would you get them and why? A, by a bite. 2, from your suit. C, by saying a word. I say by a bite, come on, that's like more epic of a story, so I'm gonna go by a bite. Number 2, which of these characters would you be and why? Wonder Woman, Spider-Woman, Storm. Well, probably Wonder Woman, because out of all those characters, I like her more. Not really a big Storm fan, and honestly not a big Spider-Woman fan either. Really haven't read that much with Jessica Drew. So Wonder Woman, and she's a princess, come on, she is a warrior. People know her. She's, I think, the most mainstream superhero, so why not Wonder Woman? Definitely Wonder Woman. Alright, number 3, which of these comics are you most excited for and why? A, the Amazing Spider-Man reboot, B, the final issue of Superior Spider-Man, or C, Deadpool vs. Carnage. A, very, very excited for that, because just having Peter return. I'm still excited for the last issue of Superior also, I want to see how it ends, but I'd probably say Amazing Spider-Man I'm more excited for. Deadpool vs. Carnage I really don't care for, because I don't like Deadpool that much, so that's my answer. Definitely Amazing Spider-Man reboot. Alright, next question is from Juan Nanzez, and they ask, question 1, would you ever consider writing or drawing a comic? Now this is a question I get probably every question and answer video. Drawing, I can't draw, so that's not happening. Writing, yeah, I would like to write a comic one day. I've already written a script that's kind of very easy to go into a comic book, and I have ideas after the movie script. So yeah, maybe writing one day, if I ever have the opportunity, I would love to do that. And then question 2 and 3, what music do you listen to, and would you ever consider doing music reviews? And the same from Juan Nanzez. And what type of music do I listen to? I like a lot of range of music. But the best way to know what music I listen to, go to my favorites. That's literally where I keep all the songs I like. So I use that all the time. I know a lot of people use Spotify. I use Pandora a lot also. But yeah, go check out my favorites playlist. That is all the songs I like. Alright, and then the next question from him was, would you ever consider doing music reviews? Even though I like music, I feel like I don't know enough about it as like other people do to do a music review, so I would say probably no. Maybe like I did for Frozen, I did like a Frozen soundtrack breakdown, which didn't do so well. I did well view-wise, but I got a lot of negative comments, negative thumbs down for it, which I don't know, but I gave my opinion on that, so I'm just not great at music, but I know what I like, I have my taste, so maybe I'll do something similar to that for like Disney music, but other than that, I don't see myself doing like a soundtrack or breakdown or anything like that. Alright, next question is Nmass asks, are you in school, college, and if not, what do you do for a job? I've gotten this question every question and answer also. Yeah, I do go to college, so I'm my second year of college. I'm a communications major and a journalism minor, and yeah, so and my job right now is the YouTube stuff. But yeah, I'm in college, so alright, next question is from Joe Travis. Now, his first question was a little bit too long to say here, so maybe I'll answer in the comments below if you want me to answer that. But number 2 for him, are you excited for the return of Peter Parker in April? Now, I got about 5 of these in the comments below, so I did pick only one. So if you realize, like, no, I asked that question, it's because I got that a lot. So that Joe was the lucky one that I'm going to be answering that, but it was the same question. Yeah, of course, I'm excited for Peter coming back. I mean, I don't love Superior, so I'm excited. And I do like Dan Slott's writing, even though I don't love him with the Mary Jane stuff. But other than that, I do like his writing, and I like that he went on a limb for stuff. But still very excited for Peter Parker and seeing where that story goes. So very excited for that. You guys know I'm a big Spider-Man fan also. So, number 3, do you think it's a good idea for Lex Luthor to join the Justice League? Yeah, actually, I know he's a villain and everything, but I think it is a very good idea that he's joining the Justice League, and it's something different. So, I'm excited for it. I'm very excited for a lot of Justice League titles coming out in April, so very excited for that. And Captain Cold's going to be on that team also. Alright, number 1 from Jules Chan. Yeah, so let's talk about that. Ever consider doing Doctor Who reviews? I don't watch Doctor Who. Yeah, I've never seen it, never really had interest in it. Know a lot of people that love the show, but yeah, probably not. Unless I like get into it one day and be like, I'll do Doctor Who reviews. Maybe that happened, who knows, but at this moment I'm not really interested in the show, so you never know though. Alright, number 2 is, what do you think of DC killing off Superboy and Nightwing? Nightwing, it seems like it's happening. That was a rumor, but it seems like with the April solicits, that might be happening. So, Nightwing, I really love Dick Grayson from the New 52. It got me really into the character, and it's going to be really sad to see him go, especially since Damian's already gone. So I am going to be upset with that death, and we'll see when he comes back, because it's always with comic books, when do they come back? And Superboy felt dead to me, and it's going to sound so bad, it felt dead to me before the New 52. My Connor is not the Connor that we've been seeing, so they could do whatever they want with this Superboy, I don't really care. Alright, so number 3 is, what do you think of Vampire Diaries spin-off, the originals? You guys know I love the Vampire Diaries, but I have not had time to watch the originals, and I feel so bad, because I know the original is actually better than the Vampire Diaries right now, and I'm such a big Klaus fan. I love H2O, seeing Phoebe and Claire Holt together in the same show. I just haven't had time to watch it, and I have to watch Caroline on Vampire Diaries, so I do have time to watch Vampire Diaries. Very excited for the 100th episode. We'll be doing a review for that. But yeah, I need to binge it. It's not like I'm avoiding it. It's just on Tuesday, so I have the live show, and it's harder to watch it. But I will be binging it. Don't worry. It's not like I'm avoiding it. I do want to watch a show. Very excited to watch it. And I think it could be a better show to binge anyways. So that's my thoughts on the originals. Alright, next is by David Toland, and he asks, who's your favorite Spider-Man villain? This is very generic, but I do love the Green Goblin. I just like his psychoticness, and that he is really the arch nemesis of Spider-Man after he threw Gwen off the bridge. And the next question is actually Gwen or Mary Jane. But, yeah, so I think he's been always that real villain to Spider-Man. So I'm going to go with Green Goblin. Even with this whole Dr. Octopus story, Green Goblin's still the true villain. So, yeah, that's my answer for that. And next question from David Toland is, and Mary Jane or Gwen? Mary Jane, that's easy. You guys know, you can't see it right now, but this is the wedding picture for Mary Jane and Spider-Man. I'm a humongous Mary Jane and Spider-Man fan. As much as I do like Gwen, I don't have anything against Gwen. She had a good story. She ended, her death was awesome. But yeah, I gotta go Mary Jane. That's easy for me. Alright, next question is from Ark Noble. What's your thoughts on the delay of Batman vs. Superman film? I think it's a smart idea, actually. I think they might do it just to name it Justice League, because it seems like they're going that direction anyways, or they're trying to make Justice League in this Batman vs. Superman movie very close together. That's what I'm seeing. But why is it smart? Because there's so many 2015 movies that it could overshadow Batman vs. Superman, even though what could overshadow Batman vs. Superman. I think they're making this very careful, because what the next question will be, like Star Wars, Avengers, all these movies are coming out in 2015. So, smart move on them, I think, in my opinion. Number 2, are you excited for the new Star Wars movie coming out? Semi-excited, because I never watched all the Star Wars movies, so, I think I watched some of the first one, and I watched all the third one, and the first one as in, like, the original one, and the third one as in the remake. I saw the third one in movie theaters. But, yeah, I haven't been a big Star Wars fan, but it's a humongous film. It's gonna be big, so I am excited for it. But not as a Star Wars fan, as a movie fan more. Third question is, what is your Xbox 360 game tag? Which I'm probably not going to release because I don't use Xbox 360 that much, and I'm afraid I'm going to get a lot of friend invites, and then I don't use it, and then people are going to be like, Kat, why are you not using Xbox? And be like, I just don't use it that often. I have Xbox One now. So, yeah, that's why. But thank you for the question. Alright, next question is from Monochrome. And they ask, if the writer and artist of a comic will get paid by sales numbers of their comics. Alright, so it's just saying, like, how much money do you think they'll make? A lot of money if they get their sales numbers instead of their commission to how they get paid now. Yeah, I think if they get like $1 pay of a $3 book, like he said, that would be a good amount of money, depending on how many books they sell. And it'll be more commission. Maybe they'll be like, I need to work hard to make my book sell the best. So yeah, it could be a good idea, but I don't see them changing that anytime soon. But yeah, it's a cool idea. All right, next question is from Justin Padgett. First question is, what do you think of Justice League of America morphing into Justice League United? Another question I got a lot. Very, 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 very excited for this title. I love the roster. We got Supergirl, we got Green Arrow, we got Stargirl, Martian Manhunter, and Animal Man's on that team. So excited. I think it was a great move that they did that instead of Justice League Canada. One of my most anticipated books, definitely. Alright, second question from Justin Padgett. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Why do you think Marvel's having such a hard time getting a Fantastic Four book right? Maybe that one is just me. No, I think it is too, because as you guys know, I'm actually a big retro Fantastic Four fan. Fantastic Four was like one of my favorite teams. When I got into comic books, and especially after the Fantastic Four movie. I know you guys don't like it, but I like the movies, so yeah, I like the Fantastic Four movies. I was a big fan of them when they came out. So yeah, I was a big Fantastic Four fan, and I tried getting into Hickman's run, I tried getting into Fraction's run, and I didn't like either of them. I'm hoping with Robinson's run it will be good. I'm just, I'm praying. Like, I really want this to be good. I want to like a Fantastic Four series where I can actually hold on to, because a lot of the Fantastic Four series I had to drop because I just didn't like it. So yeah, I hope it is good, but it's not just you that I feel like Fantastic Four has been lacking. Alright, number 3 is, what is your favorite non-superhero comic, which I actually just did a topic video on DarkAvengerINC. You should go check that out. But Morning Glories, definitely, I love that series, and it's been my favorite series since issue 1, my favorite indie series since issue 1, and that's easy. I just love the mystery, even though it's just like out there, I love it. So that is your answer for that. Alright, Green Arrow Hunter, first question is, do you think we'll see Danny Brickwell going into Pier and Arrow to get injected by the Miracle serum to become a supervillain Brick? Anything can happen in Arrow. Ra's al Ghul might appear there. Ra's al Ghul's, daughter might appear there. Not Talia, but another daughter. So anything can happen in Arrow, and I could say, yeah, I definitely think we will see him. Maybe not for the serum, but I think we will see him sometime. Alright, number 2 is favorite independent superhero that's not Marvel or DC. Invincible. I actually do really like his series. I'm on and off with this series. Like, I started reading his series a while ago, and I picked up a lot of the trades, read a lot of his series. And then when the Vietnamese War was going on, however you pronounce that, I dropped it because I was kind of bored with it. Then with issue 100, I started picking up again. So it's like an on and off series, but I do really like it. I think it's a very well-written book by Robert Kirkman. So that's my favorite non-DC Marvel superhero. Number 3 is, if you were exposed to cosmic ray like Fantastic Four, what powers do you think will receive according to your personality? You guys tell me. I really don't know. Alright, this question is actually from Twitter. From Marvel DC Fans Reviews. First question is, what do you recommend for a successful YouTube channel? Do what you love. That's what I did. I love comics, I love television, love movies. That's what my channel is about. So do what you love, you'll find your fan base, be energetic about it. So that is my little tip for you guys. Alright, number 3, his third question is, what are some of your favorite movies? This is a hard one. I have a lot of favorite movies, and I get this question a lot also. It depends what mood I'm in, but my favorite movie of all time is definitely The Little Mermaid. Don't judge me. And The Little Mermaid too. Definitely don't judge me on that one. But yeah, there's a lot of movies. You have to name a movie, and I would say if I liked it or not. That's like the best way to put it, because there's just depending on what mood. And then like if you go by year, Gravity was my favorite movie, 2013. So, all right, next question is from Vice Admiral Jean. Do you read manga, and are you willing to read manga? Or do manga reviews? And yeah, I didn't say manga. I know that. No, I don't like manga. I tried it with Sailor Moon. That's really like one of the only animes I like, besides like Pokemon, Digimon, and all that. Don't even like Dragon Ball Z. So no, not anime, manga fan, and I wouldn't do reviews because I don't read it. So, and that was all about manga, so his questions, because he said, oh, would you recommend any? I don't read it. So, Robert Eager's blog, and now we're going to 5-minute countdown, so we're going to try to, not rush, but go quick with these questions. Which comic book movie are you looking forward to in 2014? All of them, honestly. My probably most anticipated, though, is X-Men Days of Futures Past. Very excited for that. Love the cast. Big Jennifer Lawrence fan, as you guys know. So looking forward to that one. But looking forward to Amazing Spider-Man 2 because I'm an extra on that. And then Captain America, I'm a big Emily Van Camp fan, and it could be better than the first one, which I wasn't a big fan of the first movie. So looking forward to all these superhero movies. Number 2 is if Marvel had the rights to... Alright, so pretty much, do you think if Marvel had the rights to X-Men, do you think they'd make it more family-friendly? Yeah, I do. I think they definitely make it more Avenger-esque, more family-friendly, more comedic. And that's not really the X-Men right now, so I do think it would change a lot if they went to Disney and Marvel. And I kind of like the tone they're doing right now with X-Men. So, yeah, maybe it's a good thing that Fox has X-Men. Number 3, what are you looking forward to future episodes of Arrow? I actually just did a topic video on that, so you go check that out on DarkAvengerINC. So that's a topic video. That actually, Robert Ears blog recommended that, so definitely check that out. Alright, this is Jeremy, Mr. J's Comics Reviews. First question, if you were in a teen superhero school, which one would it be? The examples are the options, the Future Foundation, the New Xavier School for gifted youngsters, and the Jeans Grey School for higher learning. Jeans Grey School, that's the one, you know, Wolverine X-Men is definitely the book I follow the most, the students I know the most, so I would go with the Jean Grey School of higher learning. And the next question from Jeremy is if you could, actually, I think we have enough time to answer all of these questions, so I might go over 30 minutes a little. If you could be a sidekick to any superhero, who would it be? Black Canary. I think that would be cool. I think she's a cool mentor. Even though she's, like, tough, she's still, like, loving at the same time. So, maybe not loving, but caring. So, yeah, and I think that's the best mentor, someone that will push you, but still care for you. Not like Batman and be like, we hate you. But Batman, he's caring also, just shows it in different ways. So, yeah, I think Black Canary could be a cool mentor. Alright. Next question is Anthony Calvaro. What new comic series that are coming out soon are you looking forward to and not looking forward to? Yeah, some that he named was FF, Fantastic Four, very much looking forward to. Amazing Spider-Man, very much looking forward to. Sinestro could either go either way, just because Green Lantern has been so we'll have to see with Sinestro. Justice League Unlimited, very excited for. Aquaman, I really don't care about. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Ultimate Comics, the Ultimates, all the Ultimate Comics run. Fantastic Four, definitely. But right now, at the top of my head, can't think of all of them. But looking forward to a couple of them. Number 2, what movies are you most excited for this year? Well, recently, definitely Lego Movie, that's coming out recent. I'm kind of looking forward to that. A lot of superhero movies, of course. I don't know, what is coming out this year? I just take it by month usually, so Hunger Games coming out, very excited for that. But yeah, there's some good movies coming out that I'm looking forward to. So I actually have a movie column on Comic Frontline that I do with Jay, so if you want to go check that out, we talk about the movies coming out every month and give our opinions, so if you want to check that out, you definitely can. Number 3, how would you handle the DC Cinematic Universe? How would I handle the DC Cinematic Universe? I probably would have done what Marvel did with the whole build your team first, build who Superman is, build who Batman is, build who Wonder Woman is, have their solo movies, and maybe have those extras, like let's say Aquaman or Flash not have a movie and then make them have their own movie after. That's where I would have went. They're making the Justice League movie first, maybe, who knows what they're doing, organize themselves a little. But yeah, they need some help. If the Justice League does not work, then they need some help because their movies haven't done great. And critic-wise, they haven't done great either. So I don't know how I would help them. Alright, number 1. Probably one of the most questions I get every question and answer video also, which is, and this is from Rayo Comic Book, DC or Marvel? This is a hard question because I love Marvel from when I was a kid. But I think DC did a better job in 2013. So I love both companies, but if I had to choose, I'd probably pick DC this year. But I've been a Marvel fan all my life, so that's the answer to that. And I've gotten that set because I've gotten that question so many times. Alright, number 2 is, if superpowers existed and you got the chance to choose any kind of power you want to possess, what would it be? That's a good one. I would like flight, but I'm scared of heights, so I don't think that's going to happen. But then I wouldn't be scared of heights because I could fly, so flight. That way I'm not scared of heights anymore. So that's my answer for that one. Number 3, do you think starting up new animated series either from DC or Marvel based on a comic book is effective than usual? Is more effective? I think more people are giving it a chance. I think animation has been bigger and more people are like, oh yeah, this is not for kids, it's for everybody. So I think it has been better, but with Marvel, I don't love the animation shows. They're very kiddie. DC has been doing the same thing, so honestly, I don't know. If you asked me this 2 years ago, I think I would have had a different answer, but I don't know what direction the animation movies are going, or animation TV shows in general, so I don't know. Alright, next question. We have 2 more questions left, or 2 more people left. Dylan Lupton says, top 5 favorite comic book movies. I've actually done a topic video on this, so you can go search that. If you can't find it, just tell me in the comments below. I'll put it in the comments. But yeah, I have done a topic video on that before. And then Joseph Bonner, I'm sorry, that was very bad. Bonner. Number 1 is, what superhero would you like to see line a big blockbuster movie? Of course I would like to see Spider-Girl. That's never going to happen. I'd like to see Batgirl, just because I'm a big Barbara Gordon fan. I could see that happening if there's enough Batman movies. I actually like the idea of Miss Marvel having a movie. I do like that idea. So there's a lot of big blockbuster movies that I would like to see, but they're doing a lot that I didn't expect, like Ant-Man and bringing Black Widow to the big screen. So it's going to be interesting to see in the next couple of years who they do bring out. And I'm just excited to see who they do make a movie about. Number 2, what DC and Marvel characters would you like to see fight or team up or even fall in love? I would like to see, fighting-wise, Black Canary and Mockingbird fighting each other, because I think they're characters that are very similar with the combat, and I would like to see that. So, fall in love. Maybe, let's go with Hawkeye falling in love with Black Canary, Green Arrow falling in love with Mockingbird. That would be cool, because they are both archers, and they're kind of both similar characters. I would like to see that. Alright, number 3, and last question. What was the first comic you ever read? Another question I probably get every question and answer. I know it was a Spider-Man comic. It had like this hologram thing on the cover, like a middle hologram thing. I think it had a green cover. Maybe it was Spectacular Spider-Man or something, but I'm pretty sure that was the first comic I read. But I've been reading comics for a long time, so I don't really remember, but I'm pretty sure that was the first one I did read, like, by myself. It was probably, my dad probably read like an Action Comics or a Superman comic, but what I personally read, I'm pretty sure it was a Spider-Man comic, and that was the comic, because I know that was an old comic I had. But thanks guys for asking all these questions, great questions, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. Maybe I'll do this in the future again, which I always do every once in a while. So yeah, thanks guys again. This is Comic Uno, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the random situations, and don't forget to like my Facebook page, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.